Many of you misunderstand what it means to live in the end, especially when the world in front of you appears to say the opposite. You hear this, and immediately you think, how can I live as if I am financially secure when my bank account is low? How can I act as if it is done when the rent is near, the debt is present, the school fee is due, or the job has been lost? And I tell you now, you are not asked to pretend. You are not asked to spend foolishly. You are not asked to ignore the bill on the table. You are not asked to pretend that pressure is peace. That is not faith. That is performance. To live as the person who already has it means something far deeper. It means you stop letting money name you. The bank account may show a number, but that number is not your identity. The bill may demand attention, but that bill is not your God. The world of Caesar may show you a condition, but it cannot name you unless you agree with it. Tonight, I will show you how to live as the one for whom the financial matter is already handled, not by acting rich, but by acting secure. Now understand this carefully. The mistake is not that you see the facts. You must see them. If a payment is due, see it. If a decision must be made, make it. If work must be done, do it. The mistake is that you see the fact and then you become the fact. You look at the account and say, I am broke. You look at the bill and say, I am trapped. You look at the debt and say, I will never get out of this. In that moment, you have not merely read a number. You have accepted a state, and the state, not the number, is what creates. For a man may have little money today and still move as one who is provided for. And another man may have much money and still live inwardly terrified. So the question is not how much is in the account. The question is, who are you being while you look at it? Are you the abandoned man lost in the shadows of lack? Or are you the one who knows, quietly and deeply, that this is handled, that knowing is not denial, it is dominion? The real test does not come when you are calm. It comes when financial pressure appears. When the letter from the bank lies on your table, when the rent is due and the landlord is at the door, when you look at the meager figures in your bank book and the senses scream that you have failed, when the evidence of your senses whispers, see, nothing has moved, your imagination has failed you. In that moment, stop. You are not trying to force yourself to feel rich. For many of you, that is too great a jump, and the mind rejects it. Do not begin with wealth. Begin with being handled. Begin with being provided for. Begin with the quiet inner sentence, I am not abandoned. This is handled. For the one who has it does not always feel excitement. Often he feels relief. The relief of a matter settled. The relief of a door opened. The relief of knowing that life has not forgotten him. That is the state you are seeking. Not noise, not display, not performance, but relief. Now observe how you handle these external pressures. The old man within you immediately wants to turn the facts into a name. He wants to cry out, I am trapped, I am finished. But you must stop him. See the condition clearly, but refuse the identity it offers. Say to yourself, this is a shadow in front of me. It is not the truth of who I am. The bill may be real in Caesar's world, but the state of being abandoned is not yours unless you enter it. Then ask from the fulfilled state, if this matter were already handled, what would I do next from this place of calm? You might make the call. You might arrange the payment or send the application. The outer action may look ordinary to the world, but your inner position has changed. You are no longer acting as the desperate man begging for a way out. You are acting as the man for whom the way is already open. This is how the fulfilled man handles Caesar. He pays what must be paid and works where work is required, but he does not kneel before the condition. He does not call the debt his master. And when the day is done, do not spend your night rehearsing fear. Do not rehearse the empty account or the late payment. That is imagination used against yourself. Go to the end. See the word paid. See the rent settled. Feel the relief of a man who can breathe again. Not effort, but relief. And when you rise, carry this one decree with you. I am not abandoned. This is handled. When the world asks, are you sure? Return to your post. I am not abandoned. This is handled. You do not act rich. You act secure. You act as the one who is forever provided for. Starting now, do this. Do not let the money decide who you are. Do not let the bill name you. Do not let the current lack dictate your worth. The world may show you a condition, but your imagination gives you a state. You must choose that state. When the pressure comes, choose the state. When fear speaks, choose the state. When the shadows of the past look real, choose the state. Commit to this for the next 7 days. Do not waver. If you remain faithful to this inner security, I promise you, your life must and will transform to match it. For the man you accept yourself to be within is the man the world must eventually meet without. Live as the one for whom it is handled, quietly, faithfully, naturally. Do not wait for the account to change before you change the man within. Change the man within and let the account, the bill, and the world of Caesar follow in their appointed way. Now, let us go into the silence.